What is up, YouTube? So I'm back with another video. I know it's been a very long time, but I just wanted to give you guys an update. You remember how I could not start the car without a push button? She's alive, bud. She's alive. So the whole issue was, this entire time, was an electrical issue. There's a relay behind this kick panel right here. It's called the starter enable relay. I ended up just jumping the one wire, which is a thick green wire, and it's on the very left. And then there's a thick yellow wire. There's two thick yellow wires. There's one in the close to the middle, and there's one on the end. I took the one on the very end and connected it to the thick green wire, so it's in a loop. And so those two are jumped together because the relay is right here and it's shot. This relay is not going to work again. It is rusted to non-fixability. I tried to fix it. It was clicking, but it wasn't getting any power to it. So I looked up another YouTube video. I don't remember which video it was. I've been looking at so many freaking videos. But that relay was the whole issue. So this car's got a brand new fuel pump, fuel pump relay, brand new starter, brand new battery, brand new alternator, brand new fuel pump, brand new positive and negative wire. I updated the inside a little bit. I painted this white since the last video. This used to be black, and I added the gears on there. I got another ECU because I thought it was the ECU. So now I have two ECUs. I mean, it's a backup ECU now. I put a new control board for the RPM gauge. RPM gauge still not working for some reason. Even put this RPM gauge in. That RPM gauge still does not work. Don't know why this one's not working. And then that one's not working. Other than that, I mean, the car starts fine. I replaced this. This is brand new. So now I have cruise control that works. Before, when I first got the car, I don't know if you guys remember that this was just like a little bar that was there and it had wires hanging out of it. You can go back and look at some of my videos. Also, this is brand new. It's just a cover. The old original dash is up underneath, and the sun already messed this up. But I mean, it looks better than what was up there before. This is disconnected now. This used to be for a cigarette lighter thing that used to be down here that I disconnected. And the wires is still there. I installed a radio. I had some trouble with the radio, caused my battery to go dead. I figured out that since it was connected to a constant power, it was causing my battery to go dead since I wasn't driving the car a lot. I was only driving the car here and there. So I took instead of connecting to constant power, I took the constant wire and connected it to the ignition switch. So now, when I start the car, the radio turns on by itself all the time, which is kind of annoying, and I kind of have to shut it off all the time. And I probably could run a little toggle switch up back there or something. But this used to be my starter button. I disconnected it. I'm going to turn this into a horn because, as you can see, no horn. So I'm going to turn this button into a horn button. I disconnected it from the starter and all that. This is my fan switch. So my fans will turn on with a switch. I got an exhaust, an actual exhaust. It's an OEM exhaust. So I have to drop the rear end. Not drop the rear end, but I'll have to drop the back rear end suspension parts just to get it up in there. The little linkages that go across the back of the car. I'll have to do those. Let's see what else. I put a brand new window motor in on this side. I put a new seals, like these seals. Put all new T-top seals, brand new T-top seals. So this seal all the way around down is brand new. This side T-top seal is brand new. This little thing here is new. I didn't fix this part on that T-top yet, but I mean the car's coming together pretty good. I gotta get this sanded down and repaint this white. I'm gonna just go ahead and keep the car white. I want to keep it as original as possible. I may possibly wrap it, I'm not sure, but I'd possibly maybe trading my S10 for another one of these. And I'm just going to use it for parts. It's a 83 model. This is an 89 model. But if I trade it, it's a running and driving car. And this is a running and driving car. This one just had a little bit of problems here and there that I got worked out. But I mean, now the car starts with the ignition switch, which is what I was going after. So now the car is pretty much daily. It's just I gotta figure out what's causing it to shut off after 30 minutes of driving it. Sometimes it's an hour, but I can drive it to work and back, and it'll be fine. Really now I just gotta work on getting some AC in this thing and some heat, because I cannot be in this thing in the winter time. But I mean, I can drive it to work if I want to, because I don't have to be driving around in my personal vehicle no more. We have a vehicle that work provides transportation for us to drive around in at work, so I can do all the stuff I need to do with that. But yeah, I got all these seals replaced now. This side, this outer seal back out here by the door is replaced. This is what the old one looked like. I didn't do this side yet. I didn't do the passenger side yet. But this is how the old one looked. All cracked up and stuff. And then this is the old T-top seal, which I didn't replace yet either. But this outer side is all new. The only thing I'm gonna have to replace now is this T-top seal up here, and then this piece down here, and then I need to get new struts for the back. Once I get new struts back here, I won't have to use a vice grip to hold my back glass up anymore. My hood struts, they're starting to go out. I'm having to shake the hood, put the hood up. It's either that or it's because the hood is so heavy from it being a steel hood instead of fiberglass like they usually are. But I mean, the car is pretty clean car for an 89 model. There's literally not much rust on it, other than the spots I fixed in my very first videos, and then these little spots right here, just little nicks and stuff. But I mean, wire brush, some paint, it's back new again. But I'm probably gonna have it repainted, and I may take it back to a body shop and just have them paint it and fix the coloring on it. And if I take it to a body shop, I'm just going to go ahead and take it black, because I'll just do the outside black. Won't even worry about the door jambs and stuff, because I mean, black and white would look pretty good. And the inside's really clean, so that's the other door seal. I went ahead and went back to OEM style door seals. So all the door seals were brand new. I replaced that side, but they were aftermarket ones and they were not working right, so I took them off, and that's the other side for the passenger side. So the whole driver's side is completely done. I just gotta do the driver's side, or yeah, the whole driver's side is completely done. I gotta do the whole passenger side yet for everything. I gotta put the new window motor in on this side. I gotta put the new seal up here. Gotta put this door seal right here in and all that. And then I also fixed this crack that was right here. I went to Walmart and bought some Bondo stuff that's in a tube, and just did that. And I just gotta paint it. I paint her white so she's not gray there. But other than that, I mean, this exhaust is off an 01 Camaro. So this 01, I looked underneath the car. It's the exact same routing and everything. The mount for that's still up underneath the car. This is the exact same location of the mount and everything. I'm just missing the exhaust mounts up underneath of the car for the rear end. And then I also picked up a set of OEM wheels for this bad boy. Because this is the wheels that's on it. But I kind of want to take her back to the stock look. I just like the stock look of the car. So I'll have to take some Alumabrite or something to bring these back to life, but because they're starting to get corrosion on them. But that aside, I got an exhaust, a full exhaust, so I can get rid of this bullcrap thing they got going on over here, where the exhaust is going out the side and making the underneath of my side skirt crumble from the heat. But that car I'm going to be getting, I may be trading, it's the year model that has the taillight up here, and it's a white car. So I'm just going to take this back glass, put it on that car, and put the back glass from that car on this one, because it's not got rust right here. But that car that I'm probably going to be trading has a lot of rust right here on this back panel. I mean, it's not through. I could take a wire brush and then paint over it, but this car's body is in a lot better condition than that car. That car's an 83, this car's an 89, and this has no rust on the body, major rust on the body anywhere. Up underneath the car, there's two tiny, like, fingertip size holes that I could just take some the wire brush, take the carpet out, take a wire brush from the one side, paint over it, and you go and do the same thing up underneath, paint over it, and then throw some Bondo over it, and then that'll fix that spot. As long as I kill the rust before I paint over it, then it'll be fine. But I mean, little tiny holes ain't gonna be nothing. I'm just glad that the whole outside of the whole body, where you can see there's zero rust on it, the car at all, other than little tiny spots underneath. But I mean, the whole car drives good. Now the only thing I gotta fix is RPM gauge and the fuel gauge. Fuel gauge stays all the way up, which only thing that I need to do for the fuel gauge, literally fuel sending unit, which I don't drive this car a whole lot, so I won't need to rely on the fuel gauge. I can just fill it up before I go somewhere, fill it up real quick, and then take off somewhere, and then ride around like for a week, and then like maybe ride around for like 4 days in it, and then fill her up again. Cause I can go pretty around in this car a pretty good ways before I have to fill up, before it tells me I gotta fill up. But maybe that relay bouncing around under there, because it wasn't attached to the side of the firewall at all. It was just bouncing around in there. Maybe if I can get that, maybe that was the issue of where the car was shutting off randomly when I'm driving. I'll find out. Because now I'm starting the car the way I should be starting the car. So it shouldn't be telling the car, hey, you need to shut off now, because this car's gotten somewhere pretty far and you just need to shut off. I think that was what was happening. The ECU was telling the car to shut off, but it was already a certain amount of farness. I could literally drive the car for an hour before it would shut off, just randomly. But this is the exhaust off of the Tahoe. It fell off. I was coming in here to get something. I don't remember what I was going to come get. Change of scenery, so I don't remember now. I don't know what I'm going to get. Hate that. Happens all the freaking time. You go to get something and then forget what you were going to get because you changed the room and scenery and all that. Let's see. I'll probably remember here in a minute. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update on that the Camaro now has a ignition switch that's actually working. People were like, oh, it's your ignition switch is fried and stuff like that. But I got around looking and I found this group on Facebook called Third Gen Forums. So I've been talking to those guys, and they said to try that relay there. Sometimes it can melt, or it can cause a lot of corrosion, get a lot of corrosion up in there. So I did that, and as soon as I looked up underneath of it, pulled it apart, I found that sucker right there. All kinds of all kinds of rust, just all kinds of rust up around it. I mean, you could not see the metal at all. That's how rusted it was. But then I looked around on YouTube, found like 4 or 5 different videos on how to jump that plug, and I jumped that plug, and then now I can start my car normal, like a normal car, and don't have to have a button or nothing. But like I said, this was my old push start, and I disconnected it. And what I'm gonna do with this, I'm gonna turn it into a horn, because the car doesn't have a horn, as you can see. So I'll be doing that. I mean, I already know I said that already, but I just gotta get the ECU, because it's just hanging down right there. There's a little plastic, there's a white plastic thing that goes around it, and then it can stuff up underneath for the dash, and then there's a bolt that holds it there, and then I can put that stuff back up. But I got this stuff all wired back up and all that, so I pushed the panel back up underneath there. So this all here is all clear now. I just gotta fix all that and get that up there. It won't take long. It'll take probably about 10 minutes, and actually that's exactly what I was gonna go do. I was gonna go grab the other ECU and go ahead and swap that out real quick. But now the car starts with ignition, which is what I really wanted it to do. But yeah, so this is the other ECU I had. This is the original one. The one that's in there now is I bought off eBay, paid like $57 for it. But all together I have like almost $3,500 into the car. But I didn't go grab this earlier because it was raining out here. It still is. It's sprinkling, but not as bad as it was raining. But yeah, this is exactly what I was gonna go grab earlier, because of this little plastic thing. All I gotta do is take these nuts off, and then slide her up in there, and then it sits in behind the dash like this, up and down like this. This little yellow thing goes up inside of something, and then what holds it in place is the 2 bolts down on the bottom. But I mean, this is not really actually an ECU. It's an ECM. So this car could run without this, in all honesty. It could probably run without it. But I have one for backup now. This will be my backup one. It's the original one, if something was to ever happen. Because I ain't, you know what, actually, no, I'll just swap it out. I'll just have to swap the proms back out. So I'll just say that for another day. The prom is up underneath here, and then you just swap out the little plastic thing that's in there. So I mean, now that the car is running perfectly fine, I can swap those out. And I'll just save that one because that's a newer one. It's out of the same year model car. It's out of a 1989 Chevy Caprice with the 5.0 V8. And this is a 1989 Camaro with the 5.0 V8. And that one was a TBI car. And this one is a TBI one too as well. The Camaro that I may be trading my truck for, it's a TBI, but it's the Crossfire TBI. So the so it's got two injector pods, but they're spread apart, and it's pretty much a fuel injected car. But I can turn that car into a regular TBI instead of dual TBIs. So with the TBI like I have, it's got the two injector pods side by side. The car that I'm gonna possibly be trading for has one single fuel injector pod on this side of, close to the back of the engine, and it has another single injection close to the front of the engine, and it's got a huge long cover. If any of you guys that know what I'm talking about, it's called crossfire injection, TBI. So my TBI is two injectors together running on one single carb setup thing, and for some odd reason the crossfire one is the same thing I have right now, except it's just spread apart for some reason. Why they did it like that, but from reviews of people who've swapped the crossfire to a normal single stage TBI like my car has, they said the fuel economy was much better. You could totally tell the power and the power difference and all that. But yeah, so I'm going to see if I can pull some codes from this car now with that ECU. If I can with that ECU, then I'm just going to keep that ECU in. My neighbors are over there. But I'm going to see if I can pull the car's codes, because I am getting a check engine light still. Which I think I know what it is that's causing it. I think it may be the map sensor, because the map sensor, last time I was getting a code for the map sensor. So that might be the issue there. But just want to give you guys an update. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification down there in the right hand corner. Peace out, you guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one.